Lesson 3.4 Test Generation Workflow. We will get 90% plus coverage on demand. Let's talk about test coverage, the thing every Salesforce developer hates about Salesforce dev work. Test classes take approximately 50% of your dev time. Every refactor breaks coverage, you have to redo tests. Hitting 90% requires creative edge case scenarios. Mock data is tedious. It is the most boring part of the job. We have all been there, approaching deployment, realizing coverage is at 72%, frantically writing tests just to clear the 75% bar. Claude Code changes this completely. Generate test classes with 90% plus coverage on demand, including edge cases you will skip if writing manually. This single capability saves 5 to 10 hours per week for most Salesforce developers. Here's the magic test generation prompt. Memorize this structure. Generate test class for class name. Coverage requirements, target 90% plus. Use test setup for shared data. Test happy path scenarios. Test bulk operation with 200 records. Test edge cases, null, empty, invalid. Test exception scenarios. Use assert.r equal, not the deprecated system.assert equal. Generate realistic test data using test data factory, deploy and run tests, report coverage percentage. Notice explicit edge cases requested, bulk testing required, exception testing required. These are the things that take the test coverage from 75 to 95. Claude generates all of it, including the realistic test data via test data factory pattern. You will go from 0 to 95 coverage in less than 3 minutes. This prompt alone justifies the API cost. Let's look at the real world scenario. You are asked to refactor a Apex class and coverage drop from 92 to 65%. Sound familiar? Here's the recovery prompt. Run test on class name. Identify uncovered lines. Generate additional test message to cover the same. Target 90% plus, deploy and verify. What Claude does, it's going to run test with code coverage flag, passes the uncovered line from the output, generate new test method specifically covering those scenarios, add them to your test class, rerun test, iterates until target is hit. Claude will take 3 to 5 minutes versus 1 hour manually trying to figure out which lines are uncovered and writing scenarios. This is a workflow that takes you from good enough test to genuinely robot test suite. Let's try to see it in action in VS Code. I'll go to VS Code and then I'll run a prompt. I'll say run test on Acme account health services and identify uncovered lines. Generate additional test message to bring coverage to 95% plus. Add to existing test class, deploy and verify. Claude is analyzing the current test coverage. It found that currently the test coverage is failing, so it is going to fix that first, and then it is going to recalculate the test coverage. Claude is now fixing the test coverage and is rerunning to find it out. And it says that it is now 100% of coverage. So it tells me like what has been done. So it has fixed 2 fixes in the test data factory and also in the account health service test class. Let's go back to presentation. So you would have seen in about 3 minutes, you have a comprehensive test class better than most would write manually. This is the workflow. So now module 3 is done. Daily workflows are mastered. Plan mode for complex tasks. Generate deployed test loop. Trigger framework generation. Complete LWC generation. Test class generation with high coverage. Time saved per week is approximately 15 to 20 hours of dev time. Coming up in module 4, we will talk about custom commands in subagent. This is where you take Claude Code to next level. You're going to build your custom workflow, tailor it to your specific Salesforce project.